Everybody out, and we're going to use the volleyball court, and I'm going to use my brightly colored ball. I love this ball for little kids. First of all, it's 25% lighter than a real ball. So when you're dealing with a kid 7 years old, they can actually lift the ball a little bit easier, and they're not afraid to catch it as much either because it's really light. And the other one, they love the colors. Okay? So with little kids, these are important. Okay, we got our two teams. Our boundary line is the white volleyball court, and with little kids, we'd actually probably walk the line to learn the boundary. That's important with little kids. Here's the rules, real simple. You must complete 10 passes in a row between your team without a fumble or a travel or going out of bounds. If the ball gets knocked down, the other team just takes it, starts passing right away. Game's on. Block. And stop. How many passes is that, Black? 5 or 4? Well, I don't know. How many is it? Okay, so what's one of the biggest problems we have with getting kids in games is to talk. Okay, so I'm going to now load in a rule that's going to make them talk. Instead of me saying, you got to talk, you got to talk, you got to talk, and I get frustrated, I'm going to say, here's the rule. When you receive a pass, so make your pass to AJ. If AJ doesn't say, run, it's a violation. Make your pass. And she must use a leadership voice. Okay? Okay. Because one of the things I found, if you just let the loudest athlete talk, you can go your whole career as a quiet person and never say a word. Because the loud person does all the counting and I'm allowed to stay quiet. You need to find ways that everybody has to know when they have to use their leadership voice. So this is the next load. We'll load in the talking. Okay, so we're going to start at 0. Black ball, play. White. And stop. Now they're pretty good. They're moving pretty good. But one of the things you'll find with younger kids especially is the same two kids may dominate the passing. And one of the concepts we want to learn is to pass and move. So here's the rule this time. We still got to call the number. Make your pass to a white teammate. Make a pass. You must touch an end line of the volleyball court before you're allowed back in. Okay? Make a pass. You must touch an end line. Okay, so now the idea of passing. Now I could make it a sideline. I could make it anything I want, but for them, I'm going to make it an end line. It's going to force pass, do something. Not pass and stand. Okay, ready? It's 0. White, it's 0. Play. Black. Violation. No number count. Play, white. Black. And stop. So again, when you do a game's approach, I have to referee. Right? You have to referee and you don't have to get in a long discussion. Just make the call. They will adapt to the rules very quickly. Okay? Now, this one is just a fun one I like to use. This is loading it up a little more. Green. Yellow, red, stay there, and that's going to be the blue line. Now, when you catch the ball, AJ, just pretend you just caught it. Where's your right hand? What color is it on? Your right finger's on the ball. Blue. After you pass, you got to touch blue. Play. Where's your right hand? Touch that color. And stop. We had no number count. See, remember load and challenge? I mean, right now, mentally, they're like, so this might be my 5th practice. What I'm going is pretty fast, but you can see how all I'm trying to do is keep challenging them to another level of mentally or physically. And it also starts to put some social emotional pressure on them too, because there's pressure, and I got to do all these things. Okay, we ready to start again? It's at 0, 0. Violation, too slow, black. And stop. Now, see, I'm a coach right now. Remember, error detection, correction. Coaches, what's one of the problems you see when everyone's catching the ball? What's their stance like? Here's what I'm noticing. So I'm putting in a new rule. Anytime you statue with the ball, it's a violation. You must be in a triple threat, and you must pivot. If you statue, it's a violation. Automatic, violation. Play. It's at 0. Black, or white, sorry, white. Violation, ball's above the head. Black, play. And stop. Okay, so they're starting to work on. Another one I might load in is you must pivot. So I can see, and that's how I can start to load in the skill and the error detection correction through the game. Now, with today's FIBA game, passing off the dribble is very important. You need to be able to pass off the dribble. So now we're going to do this with 1 second basketball. I'm taking out the colors, because that's going to get too tough on them to begin with. So we'll get rid of the colors. So here's the rule now. When you catch the ball, you must either pass or dribble within 1 second, or it's a violation. Do you understand? We're still trying to get to 10, but you got to pass or dribble within 1 second. AJ, play. Violation, no count. White. Violation, statue. Now see, I did not take out no statues. Violation, 2 seconds. Got to pass within 1. Black. And stop. See, what we eventually, they have to learn to not pick the ball up until they know they have a pass. That's a very important concept. Instead of pick it up, now I make my decision. I've got to keep my dribble, because there's no 5 second count right now on the dribble, right? So they could dribble all they want, but the other players are learning to move off the dribble. Okay, let's load it up even more. Everybody get a ball. Everybody get a basketball.